So this is our ceremony that we have been working towards. Ceremony honor, to honor the ancestors, to bring healing to the lines, to the lineage. This is a ceremony to find out the important information that we need to know. So just welcoming those that are stepping into the space and asking everybody to find their mute button. And the important things for this ceremony, I'm going to work with you before we step into that. There's going to be lots of information, lots of setup. We're not just going to dive straight in. And firstly, practically, the important parts here are, like I mentioned in the email, to make sure that you're not going to be disturbed. Close the door, turn the lock, whatever you need. You might want a drink, you might want a notebook, maybe a candle. It's not the end of the world if you don't have those things. It's just useful if they're there, maybe. And as ever, I really want you to make sure that you are tending to yourself during this. It's not the end of the world if you fall asleep, but of course, it's best if you stay awake so that you can experience this fully. So there's going to be a bit of a balance going on of how comfortable do you want to get yourself. Yeah, that's great, Emily. It's best if you're really fully with us. So if you're sort of half doing something else, maybe step out and listen to the recording later. Thank you. Yeah, so making your body really comfortable. It might be good for you to be sat up, maybe. Or maybe you like to do this work lay down. If you're at all worried about falling asleep, just do something with your body that is going to be not 100% comfortable. Maybe prop your arm up or stick your legs up or something. So yeah, just noticing that as we start to prepare. How is it that you'd like to look after your body and get comfortable? I'd like to invite you to really listen to yourself as we do this work. So I'm going to be guiding you through things. And if at any point there is anything that you're like, yeah, that doesn't work for me, follow what does work for you. Because there's lots of you here. And I'm going to be listening to what feels right for the majority. And there are going to be parts that you need to do very slightly or very differently. And that is totally perfect. Please do whatever feels right for you as we go about this work. So make it your own. It is all a suggestion in that sense. So if you're making it your own, you know, everything that I'm saying is a suggestion. Okay. So just inviting a breath as you let some of these settle. Maybe having a wriggle of your body. If you you might know already, or you might be working with still finding out how you see, how you sense. And we all do this differently. So for some people, this is going to be a bit like your imagination is taking you somewhere. You're picturing places and things and people. For others, there's going to be maybe feelings within the body. For others, there's going to be maybe voices, or you're going to hear things, or maybe sensations on your body. Or maybe, as I mentioned yesterday, your brain is going to be doing lots and you're going to think, quiet brain, you're meant to be calm and quiet and meditating. And if you have a busy brain, then this may very well be how you are doing this work. So notice what is popping into your brain. Are you suddenly thinking about something, a place, a person, a subject? Notice it. It may well be that that is how you do this work. You might want your journal and your pen close by. Some of you are going to do this ceremony without writing anything, and that's wonderful. And some of you are going to have your notebook on your knee and you're going to be jotting things down as we go. And either of those is fine. And just notice as you start what you think and how you think you're going to do that. We're going to have a period of time at the end, sort of 5-10 minutes of quiet time for journaling, for coming back. It might be that you want to write then, but I find personally, as I'm doing this sort of work, that there's a lot and I'm getting a lot of information, and I want to certainly jot down some bits so that I don't forget it. Having said that, you do not need to remember it for it to have worked. So it may well be that you want to really just surrender into this process. It's just inviting another breath and a wriggle or whatever it is that you feel is helpful before I share the next parts and pieces with you. And if anyone has any questions while we're setting up like this, please bring them in. So I am going to be here for you with any queries, worries, etc. after the ceremony. While we're in the middle of the ceremony, while I'm leading that, I need you to look after you as much as possible. Because I'm not going to be able to step out and look after you vocally or typing until the end, because I'm going to be holding this big space with you all. So tending to yourself if there's any worries or fears as we're going. Let's see what the best thing I can suggest is. If there is any really big worries while you're in the middle of this, I just invite you to start to come back into the room. So for example, you might have your eyes closed, and I just invite you to come back to maybe touching the chair that you're in and looking around your room. Even if you're in the middle of the ceremony, if you feel worried, fearful, just start to come back into the room. And then by the end of the ceremony, I will be here to be present with you and to answer any questions or to help you out. Okay. Our session on Wednesday is for integration and is for sharing, and that's really important after you've done big work like this, because you're going to find things arise in the time between now and then. You probably found things have arisen already for you since you started listening and doing this work. So bringing your questions, your worries, your observations, your dreams, whatever it is that feels important, bringing those along on Wednesday. After we finish this ceremony today, this evening, you may feel like you have 1,000,001 questions. And I'd encourage you to bring them on Wednesday, unless they feel really urgent and I need to know this thing now. Because once we've done this ceremony, there kind of is meant to be lots of questions. We're not really fully meant to understand this immediately. So hopefully just letting that bring your mind to some ease of experiencing whatever the experience is. So bring it with you on Wednesday. Having that other breath if you wish. Okay. going to tell us a short run through of what this is going to look like. Okay. So we're going to start with some grounding work. We're going to then welcome and work with your protection and the protection for the whole circle. We're going to energetically open up the circle. That is working with the directions and welcoming your guides and helpers to open and hold the space for us. Is somebody just unmuted? Just check your mute. Thank you. So we're going to open the circle. We're going to bring the intentions in. And I'm sensing that the intentions are really important for this evening. So I've got some really beautiful intentions to bring in for this work. We're going to light the candle at this point. So you may wish to wait until then to light your candle. I'm just checking the mutes. There you go. Okay. You light the candle after the intentions. And then we're going to start to step into the ceremony. And this might look to you, if you've done any journeying work before, this might look like a journey. We might close our eyes if that feels right for you. And we're going to begin by visualizing or sensing our way in. So I'm going to guide us in. And this is a very guided journey. It's a very guided ceremony. So my voice is going to take us there. There's going to be parts and points within that where I go quiet after suggesting something. And you see where you go. You see what you're shown or what you sense. In some of those, I'm going to be drumming gently for you. And I hope that I have I've clicked the correct button so that the sound is right. If at any point the drumming sort of goes quiet or muffled, just keep going. Just keep going. It's not going to be a huge part of the ceremony. Okay. So I'm going to be guiding us through and then asking certain questions. As I mentioned yesterday, you're going to be doing this however you do it. So there's going to be some bits that I might guide you to that you're like, yeah, that's not the way I'm doing this. I'm doing it this way. You didn't hear any drumming then. Could everyone nod their head if you did hear drumming then? Or shake your head if you didn't? No drumming. Let's try again. Okay, that's fine. We're not drumming. Okay. Let's try this one. Okay, I might just have a fiddle with the settings then. Hang on a sec. So as I'm doing this, just enjoy your breath, feel your body. Ah, here we go. We might move. Oh my goodness. Let's just ask the ancestors. No, I'm just working with you. Let's leave the tools here. So I'm going to talk you through. And earlier I said there might be drumming at certain points. And in those moments, I will simply be quiet and guide you a little bit more with my voice at times. Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that, Bobby. Yeah, so I'm going to bring us back at the end, really thoroughly, back to our bodies, our breath, our senses, our grounding. And then we're going to have that short period at the end for integration, for journaling. I might sing you a song, maybe, as soon as you can hear my voice, but not the drum at that point. And one little pointer here. So if you have fallen asleep at that point, let me see what they are going to tell us is the right thing for that. Okay. So if you have fallen asleep at the end, do not worry, because you may well just sleep on until the call finishes. We will close the circle. And even if you're fast asleep, the circle will have closed. So your part of the circle will also have closed. If you do have any questions or worries, especially if you've fallen asleep, just pop me an email later and I'll either get back to you later or in the morning with that. But I don't have any concerns for you in that case because we will have closed the circle. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Right. And you're very welcome to ask a question as we're getting ready here, but it's really starting to gather your things, having your drink, your notebook, your candle ready to light shortly, and bringing your body into a position that feels supportive and relaxing. Maybe you have a smell that you like to smell, or you have something with you that feels helpful. And just having that with you. Yeah, maybe having a blanket there or a cushion or whatever is going to help support you. And remembering that you might get cooler than you are now as we go through. Okay. It doesn't matter if you've already lit your candle, no. Okay, so just inviting us into our senses, and I'm going to guide you through these one by one because we need this middle realm, this physical reality. We need this to come back to. This is grounding. This is it. So just inviting you to bring your eyes gently around your room. Just really organically scanning the room. And breathing as you are looking. Turning your head from side to side slowly, noticing what is there to your right and to your left. And maybe there's something while you're looking that you can't take your eyes off or that feels important to you. This is a part of the ceremony. This is a part of your intuition telling you something. So I might write down, there's some metaphor in this big wooden beam above my head. And bringing your attention to your sense of smell. Just sniffing out where you are, what you can smell, and allowing that to show you where you are. Noticing some touch using your fingers, your hands to find some textures around you that you can stroke or press or feel. Breathing as you're touching the textures. And listening. What sounds are there that show you where you are? Bringing our attention to our breath. Just noticing the in and the out of the air. Maybe having some nice long, loud sighs as you exhale, if that feels good. Maybe noticing how the air flows into your body. Does it tickle your nostrils? Does it fill your chest? Does it move your body as you breathe in and out? And allowing your body to stretch or massaging any parts of your body that you might be noticing feel tense. Really bringing your attention to where your body is meeting the chair or the floor, whatever is holding your body. Just noticing the feeling of pressure of your body here meeting that is supporting you. And breathing. And with your exhales, I'm inviting you to grow your roots down, out from your body, down, down, down through the floor, through the soil. And with each exhale, just noticing, feeling your roots are growing and deepening, deepening, deepening. Allowing your roots to grow. Or if there is resistance there, just look at them, notice them. Where are they? How do they feel? And say thank you to them. And I invite your roots, maybe one deep tap root, to grow down, down through the layers of the earth. I'm inviting that root to connect you into the new earth, into the core of the earth, through a crack in the bedrock, anchoring you in. I thank these roots and I ask them to continue to grow and to continue to anchor you all through this ceremony and thereafter. I give huge gratitude to your roots and your root systems. So I welcome around each of us individually your protection. Welcome your support systems energetically around you, holding your space. With so much love. Welcoming that protection to hold and support you, holding out and taking out any energy that is not helpful, that is not loving. Welcoming in all of the helpful, loving energy and support for you. And as you continue to welcome that support, I welcome around all of us in circle, those here and now, and those who join us and rewatch this later. I ask for a huge, beautiful, strong, protective sphere of support around us, holding out and taking out anything that is not loving, anything that is not helpful for this peaceful, powerful work. I welcome each of our power animals to be with us. I welcome each of our body protectors to be with us, fully supporting and protecting your body and energy fields. We welcome around us circles of ancient ancestors. Circle after circle of the ancient ones, circling and supporting this work, circling and supporting you. Give great thanks to above, to the light of the moon, of the sun, to the wise ones above. And we open the direction of above. I give great thanks to below, to the Mother Earth, to the earth beneath our feet, to the love of below. We open below. Give great thanks to our right, to the energies and helpers of the right. And we open to the right. Give great thanks to the left, to the guides and helpers of the left. We give our thanks and we open the left. And we bring our attention and gratitude to behind, to the ancestors behind us, to the guides and helpers of behind. We give great thanks and we open behind. To the front, to the ancestors yet to come, to the guides and helpers of in front. We give great thanks and we open to the front. Bringing your attention to your heart space in the center. I give great thanks to the center. We open the center, picturing, feeling, sensing your heart space in all directions, in front, behind, to the sides, opening like petals of a rose, breathing. I give great thanks. And we open this space, setting the intentions for this work, that we are working with the light, through the light, with the love, and through the love, for the greatest good, greatest healing of all, forwards and backwards down our lineages. Set the intentions of the greatest healing for our ancestors, forwards and backwards, for our children, for our children's children, for ourselves, for all of those who have gone before. May the highest timelines be activated through love, through light, for the greatest good of all. If you wish to light your candle, in bringing this light in, you are calling yourself fully present to this ceremony, and you are stepping in to this circle fully. If it is already lit, you may simply say, I am fully present. And we welcome these flames as we welcome the fire that all of our ancestors have sat around. I welcome and invite to step in the ancient grandmothers. You invite your deep breaths, your long exhales, And a gentle closing down of your eyes if they are not already closed. And we are breathing down the line. We are breathing down your lineage. Your breath is flowing through the cords that flow through you, forwards and backwards, down your ancestry. And as you are noticing these cords and breathing down them, notice how they feel. Notice how they feel flowing through you. Is there a particular direction that you are noticing the cords flow in? How are you sensing these cords? Do you just know they're there? Can you see them? Can you feel them with your fingers? Can you see them in your mind's eye? Are these cords tangled or knotty? Are they slack or tight? Notice. Notice these lines flowing forwards and backwards. And as I welcome the elements, you may wish to begin some untangling or some strengthening or sending some love down these lines. I welcome the earth to ground us. I welcome the water to flow clearly through us. Welcome the fire to enliven us, and the air to awaken us. Breathing down those cords, untangling them, or maybe simply sitting with a knot and saying hello. And as you visualize or tend to these lines, I welcome the ancient grandmothers to aid you. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. Invite those ancient grandmothers to continue tending to your lines and lineages. And I invite us to begin to take a walk together in our mind's eye, handing those cords, those lines, those lineages over to the ancient grandmother and stepping out, stepping in, picturing, imagining your feet as they step on the ground in a place in nature. Picturing, feeling your feet. What do they look like or feel like? What does the ground beneath you feel like as you walk in this place in nature? And you watch as you walk, you watch your feet and the floor. You smell the air. You feel the weather on your skin. You look or feel or hear to the sides of you. Is there any water or hills? Are there any animals, plants, trees, mountains? And you are walking. You're walking towards a clearing. You're walking towards a clearing, or simply the place that you are walking towards. Who is there in this clearing? Who is stepping forward to greet you? They are here for you in pure love and care. You are welcomed here. What do you notice as you step in? What are you shown? How do you feel? Are these your guides? Are these your ancient ancestors? And I invite you, whenever feels right, I invite you to turn around, look behind you, Who is it that stands behind you? Saying hello into that space behind you and noticing the ancestor or ancestors who stand behind you. Who is here? I invite the first ancestor, whoever it is that steps up and out or forward with the clearest message or matter of importance. I invite that ancestor to step forward. Is there any fear or worry or heaviness here? Is there grief here? Is there gifts here? And we invite this ancestor to step in front with you. And we invite them to unburden themselves of their sadness. Maybe they drop it into a pool of water or place it into the fire. You are helping them or allowing them to drop all that is no longer needed. Maybe you stay with this ancestor for a while they kneel and cry or unburden themselves into the water, into the fire. Maybe they are quick to do this, and maybe there is another ancestor ready to step forward. And I invite you to keep going in this way. Give huge gratitude to the waters, to the flames, to the light, for taking the burdens that are no longer needed to be felt. And I bring gratitude for any gifts that they come bearing for you. Receive those gifts fully. Releasing anything into the fire, into the water. Allowing your ancestors to drop all that is no longer needed. And keep noticing, is there another from behind you that is ready to step forward? You are not taking these burdens. You are simply allowing them and asking them to place their sadness into the fire, into the water, to relieve you all. We are clearing the lineage of all that is not to be taken into the next new age. We are clearing the sadness, the pains. They are simply flowing into the waters and being gladly taken. And I am fully trusting that any stories you are shown are helpful. Many or most of this energy will simply show up as energy. You do not need to know all of the details. We are inviting the ancestors to step forwards and release into the earth, into the air, into the fire, into the pool of water. All that is not to be taken forward. I invite any ancestors who are yet to step forward to all step calmly in front of you and around wherever things are being released into, to all step forward together and to drop into that fire, into that water, anything and everything that is not to be taken forward any longer. Really feeling your exhales, allowing any tears to roll and fall. It is all allowed to go. It is all allowed to go. It is all allowed to go now. I invite the energy of sage, the sacred smoke, to flow up and down the lineage, clearing all that is no longer needed into all the nooks and crannies. I invite the sacred energy of sage to purify, clarify, and bring relief to your whole line. I thank the energy of the sacred fire, the sacred smoke, the sacred sage to swirl around and with you, clearing and removing any energies that no longer serve. Clearing and removing and dropping into the flames, into the water, anything that you have taken, that you have inherited, that no longer serves this line. Just allowing, there's no judgment, just allowing it to fall, freeing you and freeing all of your ancestors with you. And we rest now by that pool or by the fire. We rest and we are soothed by all loving hands. We are soothed and tended to by the ancient ones, by the wise ones. Maybe they place your head on a soft pillow. Maybe they stroke your hair. Maybe one of your ancient ancestors ensures that those gifts that were given to you are fully integrated into your energy fields. You may see them slotting in, harmonizing with you. Who is tending to you? Who is this helper, this ancestor, this guide? How do they feel to you? What is their gift for you? How can you call upon them? I ask the ancient ancestors, what is the most important thing for you to know right now? And I'm welcoming this wisdom, whether you have heard it, understood it, or not. I'm welcoming this wisdom to fully align within you, to fully harmonize within you. I welcome this knowing within you, fully aligned. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of the grandmothers calling me. I hear the voice of the grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. We bring our gift of gratitude to the ancient ancestors. We are listening. We are listening. We are listening. We bring our gratitude to you for our lives, for our children, We bring our gratitude for your hands at our back, for all of the gifts that you bring us. We promise to be a good ancestor. We promise to continue to be the breakers of chains. We promise to bring new, beautiful love into the lineage. And to change the world with this new way. I welcome the loving energy of below to flow up and fill your body and soul. We welcome the loving energy of below to flow up, filling your energy field with pure love. Welcome the light from above to flow down into your body and soul. Filling you up. With every deep inhale that you make, the love of below and the light from above flows more fully into you. I ask for any gaps in your body and energy field to be healed. Allowing these high vibrational energies to fill your cup fully. May you too be an overflowing cup. So I'm welcoming us to bring our attention to our breath, feeling the inhale and the exhale. And if you are still there with the ancient ones, with the ancient ancestors, I invite you to begin to stand up from that beautiful spot, sending your love and gratitude. And beginning to walk back the way you came. Walking back. Noticing how you feel now as you walk back. Walking back. Feeling the breath entering and leaving your body. Feeling your body move and stretch. Returning to this body on this chair. Noticing the feeling of your body meeting the floor. Noticing some touch, finding a texture to run your hands around and with. Noticing the smells, or the sounds. Maybe allowing some little cracks of your eyes to allow a little gentle light in. And before we close any space here, we're going to have 5 minutes of silent time to journal while the space is still open. If you sense that there is anything left undone, you can write about this or you can visualize it in your mind and complete it. We'll have 5 minutes now. So we have a few more minutes of quiet journaling time. Maybe as you do this, there is some senses that you need to be with. Maybe you want to stroke your face or squeeze your body. Maybe you wish to look around you and notice where you are. As you are writing or finishing off this piece of work, you may wish to just circle your body or give it a gentle vibrate or shake as you're going. Just letting things settle and sit within you. And we're just going to finish off now. You're very welcome to carry on writing if you wish or need, or you could continue writing after we've completed whatever feels right for you. I just want to invite us now to bring in the energy of gratitude. And that means imagine it, feel it, think of something you're grateful for, breathe it. And we are bringing this energy of gratitude to those ancient helpers, to those ancestors, to yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing this crucial work. I bring gratitude to the elements that have worked with us, to the earth, to the air, to the fire, to the water. I bring gratitude to the directions, to above, to below, to the right and the left, to behind, and to in front. I give huge gratitude to the center. I give great thanks. And we close this circle. So with the next few breaths, I just invite you to call back all of your energy, breathing it back. And as all of your energy returns, it is cleared and cleansed and harmonized within you. Welcome back all of your energy back to you. We call back all of your energy back to you, cleared, cleansed, and harmonized. And we send back any energy that is not yours. And we either send it to the light or we return it to where it belongs. We release, release, release. So coming back fully now into your senses, maybe completing your journaling. And I really encourage you as you finish that to come to a very sensory experience now, whether that is giving yourself a massage or a hug. Maybe you want to sing a song. Maybe you want to eat something and really enjoy it, really feel the flavors, the textures. Really encourage you to drink well this evening, really nourishing you. And between now and Wednesday, especially, just really notice it all. This is not all pretty, this work. It is real and true. And things will shift and change. And whatever is happening is for the greatest good. It is based on those intentions that we set for this work. So see if you can just fall back into a little trust with that and bring all of your questions to our circle on Wednesday. I send you much love, much honor, and I am incredibly grateful to do this work with you. I'm going to end the recording and stick around for if anyone has anything pressing or urgent, ask or to share. Otherwise, I will see you Wednesday.